Here we are, St. Mary's River, doing a little brim fishing, bluegill fishing. Haven't been to the St. Mary's River in a hot minute. I'm throwing a little square bill. Got my son with me again today. He's throwing, well, he just broke off, but he was throwing a little swim bait. Don't know if we're gonna catch anything. But we'll see. The water here is real dark. Something chartreuse, white, something that makes noise. I think I've only caught a handful of bass on the St. Mary's River, and not that many, not big ones either. I think I did catch one time that was about 3 pounds. Actually, the other one's fine. I think he's gonna switch over to a little jig head curly tail. It's hot, middle of July, actually the beginning of July. It's 4th of July weekend. Just trying something different. We don't have too many boat ramps, freshwater boat ramps that are in our area, so we like to try to switch it up a little bit. And I don't ever fish for bluegill, but I figured we would try it here in the St. Mary's, because this is a bluegill catching place. Redbreast, Warmouth. All I need is one fish to make it worth my video. Just one. The place is gorgeous. This is old school Florida right here. Old school Florida. Bunch of laydowns. Yeah, he's going to be throwing a white and chartreuse curly tail. 1/32 ounce jig head, so both fishing something a little different. See how it goes. They do bluegill tournaments here every now and then, or they're called Bream tournaments. What is it called? I forget. Yep, me and Ethan did a tournament here one time in the past. It was at a different boat ramp. And let me just say, they caught them. We caught some too, but didn't we win what? Smallest weight? What, didn't we win something? I think we did. We won like the smallest weight or the ugliest fish or something. I am fishing a spinning reel today. Haven't fished these since I was, what, 20? Is what my kid said. Just something different. I had something else tied on, but I had a wind knot that I needed to cut out. So I was like, oh, we'll just throw this little square bill on and see how we can do. Because I've actually caught fish here in the past with a square bill in a different area of the river. If you guys are fossil hunters, here in the St. Mary's, they pull Megalodon teeth out. I've never pulled one out. And some folks have actually dived in this black water. There's no way. Ain't no way. I don't even get in clear water most of the time. So here's a trick for some of you that fish a spinning reel. You fish in a spinning reel and sometimes you'll get excessive line or line that wraps around the actual spool itself. You can take and just put your pointer finger out and it adds a little extra tension to the line. Sometimes you don't have enough tension to that line and it causes problems. More problems than it's worth to sometimes even throw it, especially when you got light line on or a line that carries a lot of memory or even line that doesn't hold memory at all sometimes. You just point your finger out and let your line hit your finger and it adds just enough tension that it helps prevent some of those issues. Looks like the tide is going out from where we're at because the direction we're facing is the St. Mary's River entrance to the Atlantic. And the current is flowing that way. So we're again fishing an outgoing tide. Dark tannic water. We've been here for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Haven't caught a fish yet. Just trying something different, something new. I just had something roll at it in there right up against that tree. Don't know what kind of fish it was. I'm gonna go right back. Which this is a perfect spot for a fish to be in because the tide will roll along this tree right here and cause like a little eddy or a dead spot in there, and it's a perfect ambush spot. Even a bass would be good. I'd take a bass over a bluegill today. Any fish for that matter. There's a little creek channel that runs in right there. It comes all the way in the back there and comes out right here. Whoa. I know in some other places fishing as tight to the cover as possible is where it's at. But I'm afraid to throw this. Oh, I got one. Oh, we got one. Oh my goodness.
Video is post-worthy.
Just as when I thought I wasn't going to catch one. It's a little square bill. Orange breast. Ooh, he about hooked me. Yeah, probably. I had one of the hooks out. But there you go. Look how pretty those fish are. Red eyes. Hold on to them here. There we go.
It's a good one. Pretty little thing.
All right, y'all. We did catch a St. Mary's redbreast. There it is on the little square bill. They're so pretty. Look how pretty that fish is. We're gonna let it go. Got the blues and the bright orange, the red eyes, the teal. Oh! And I was just talking about getting it close to as close to the cover as possible.
And that could be where they could be hanging out too. You see those bugs, they could be sitting under that tree next to the bugs.
And that's what I did. I threw it right next to that tree and I threw it down, or I brought it down and I let it sit for a second. Yep, Tennessee shad. My son said Tennessee shad could catch some Florida fish. I would have to agree with that.
Oh, I think something took it too.
Oh,
I did have one.
he had a bite.
I caught it.
Throw it back in there.
Okay, well, not over there.
Yeah, at the bases of these trees, if you can get... Here, just go backwards. I'll put this Talon down.
Oh my God. There's a fish on my line.
You got a fish or you got the trolling motor? Oh, he caught him one.
He's choked. I was messing with the motor.
He caught one all the way in there.
That was up down by under the boat.
Right.
He has got my lure going.
Well, we might have found some, or the weather, they feel that barometric pressure changing. Got it back. Good fish. Here, let's take a regular picture with it. Here, stand on this side, that side, so the sun's on it. 1, 2, hold it out there. You gotta make it. That's a photo worthy.
That was straight under the boat.
So we caught 2. My son's used to catching sticks, so.
I've done it a bunch. You have too.
He said sticks and fish feel the same. Yeah, they do a little bit. Depending on what you're throwing, and you feel that thump.
Well, when your lure wraps around and you got to pull it up and that jig head smacks it, and it feels like you get thumped.
We're done. But these redbreasts, they hold tight to the cover, like tight to the trees, tight to the root system. Those roots don't just go down, they go down and spread, they spread open. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got ourselves one. Or he did.
Little guy.
Yep. Right off that tip of that that limb right there.
Little one.
Beautiful. No color on that one.
A lot of the times they're either like that or they're as pretty as they can get.
Right. Well, one's a male, one's a female. But yeah, that root system down there, it goes down and spreads out, and those fish will relate to it and set up on them to feed. Yeah, where they're sitting, they'll set up so that the current's not just rolling them around, and that's how they ambush their food. Fish was where it should have been, right off the end of a branch. And he's fishing more deep or soft plastic, which is fish is a little different than the way I'm fishing. Well, folks, that's all. We'll be signing off. All right, here we go. It's Take a Kid Fishing Day. And I got 3 of them, 3 little ones. Got to babysit that big one in the back. He's still a child. He still acts like a child. But welcome to Razor Baits Fishing. We are back in the St. Mary's. Figured we'd try and do this again. However, we got hung up at the boat ramp. We had a guy at the boat ramp that was 80 years old, old man, and he was just a little slow. But he loaded his boat by himself, and he did a really good job, all by himself for being 80. So hopefully I'm that limber when I'm 80, or if I make it to 80. But it's the evening time. We have about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to fish. So we'll take a cast out this way, like reel it all the way up the way it is, and take a kind of a soft cast out. So we're gonna do a line check on it. There you go. He had a wind knot, and the wind knot is out, so. There you go. We call them a check cast. If you get some type of knot in your line throwing these spinning reels, because it's light and there's not enough pressure on it, you can do a check cast, and a lot of times it'll help correct the problem. Sometimes it can make the problem worse, but check cast. I'm throwing that little baby square bill again, little Googan, I don't know, 1.5 or whatever it is. We got some curly tail grubs going on. Little topwater action with some of these. We already had a break off. His hook broke, not his line, which is weird. I blame it on operator error. The water is beautifully dark. Mm-hmm. Just fall a little bit. There you go. Let it fall a little bit, and then you can kind of reel it. Sometimes there'll be branches further out that you can't see because that tree is probably taller than that. We might not catch a fish, but spending time together and really just being on the water, that's where it's at. This is such a pretty place too. White sand, but you can see the transition of that sand and that water, the color difference, and how fast that water changes from tea to black. I think we're gonna go to the other side. I like that side better.
Structure?
I like the trees and stuff. That's the side that we caught them on the other day. And I say caught them, we didn't catch but a couple. Yeah, let's go over there. We can go to the other side. We're just gonna switch sides. We've been fishing for about 15 minutes and had maybe one bite or two bites, but we didn't hook them. So we're just gonna switch sides. Levi, you have to switch to this side. This side has the base of the trees in the water, and I think I like it a little better. Why don't y'all step back just a hair? There you go. Yeah, that was a bad. We're gonna have to go in and get that one. That one wrapped around the tree. Levi, I'm gonna have you hold this. Oh yeah, I did a number on that one. We're rotating.
Khristian, you're a bum. I get bit on a tree and then Khristian, I literally set out of the water, he's like, oh, and then flipped straight in. Got clobbered.
Well, you think y'all can slide back a little bit? There you go. So let's look at this, y'all. Go ahead, let's step where you're at. They're sitting on the edge and the boat is literally taking on water back there because of how far over they are. In just a minute, the belch pump will kick on. Oh, y'all, I got one. Oh, I got him. Oh, I caught a bass, a St. Mary's River bass. How neat is that? Those are hard to come by, y'all. Ah! We caught a St. Mary's River bass. I thought I saw a swirl on my lure up there. That is where it's at. Fishing stories for you guys. I just wish y'all would catch a fish now. I mean, daggum. He swarped that on the top of the water right there. Oh, look back in there. That's neat. Yeah, I bet you there's fish in there. Y'all are missing them. Here you go, Levi. Get up under there by that tree or something. Bad cast there. Khristian. There you go, right up under that tree. Let it fall. Pretty tree, too. Pretty old tree. This is the same side right in this area. Somewhere is where I caught that 3-pound bass. My PB bass in this river. That's probably like the 5th bass I've ever caught in this river. This video is definitely going up since I caught a bass. I don't care if y'all catch a fish or not. There if you can, without like popping it up. Looks pretty juicy up here. Maybe we'll get something. Target species is not a bass, y'all. Target species is a redbreast or rooster. Or a hen, I guess. Roosters and hens, that's what we're trying to catch. Oh, that's, yep. There you go. This water is so dark. Uh-oh. Oh, y'all. Got him. Oh. Oh. Oh, got him. Mm-hmm. Be nice to Mother Nature. There ain't no way there's not a fish in here. Y'all got to catch a fish in here.
Well, I'm not catching nothing but that.
Oh, that's got to be a fish. No fish. Watch your head. Watch your limbs. Keep all hands and arms inside the vessel at all times. Oh, we got one back here. Is it a fish? Oh, he got a fish. He's got one from the back of the boat. Oh, he doesn't got one. That's too bad. Well, we're not shooting for bass, so it doesn't count even if it did count. I caught the bass.
Dang it.
Dang. You didn't even set the hook.
Yes, I did. Dad, did you not see the hook?
Nope.
I can't really like. He doesn't know how to set the hook on that rod. You have to reel into it and then set it. You just set it. I don't think you understand. I did set the hook. You jumped and set it. I don't care how you set it.
Well, guys, we're doing okay. That was a bass. He hooked another bass, so that's 2 bass today. And that ain't even what we're fishing for. That house is up there. That house is almost scary. And this just looks better. I mean, really does. Nope. You hit a branch. There it is. There it is. That right there would be considered a hen. Got ourselves a...
If I didn't tell you to cast her, you probably would have caught him.
That's where you just had a swirl?
Yep.
Oh.
No, that is not where you just had it.
It was peeing, trying to pee on Levi. There you go. Whoops. Let's get that one off the boat. It's pretty though. Well, that's 2. Is that really where you got hit?
No, I just told you.
Oh.
Hey, Dan. Let go of my spider. Dad, I got a problem. Put a reverse here.
Oh my goodness. You got a fish? Uh-oh, we got another one. Ooh, a warmouth.
He's a stud,
That's
baby.
a little warmouth. We mean
He's a
stud.
stud.
Christian, you're an idiot.
Here. Let me get a photo of that one. 1, 2.
That's what they both just caught there.
Good fish. There you go.
Good cast, buddy. You're getting one next fish. Yeah, look at that. That's like exactly what that is.
Uh-oh, we got one. Got another one. Got ourselves a hen. I don't know where the roosters are at today. There we go.
It's got a little battle wound.
Let's get a camera shot of them. Boom.
Bang.
He's right where he should have been, up in that tree. So what's going on in the back of the boat over here? We trying to figure it out. He's had 3 bites on one color, chartreuse.
Yeah, plain.
So they're gonna change his lure out from white to chartreuse.
A white and chartreuse too.
To white and chartreuse, just to
Try to get him a fish.
make a little difference in, you know, fishing kind of similar color. Mine's also a not quite chartreuse, but it's got that yellow on it. It's yellow and white. It's chartreuse a little bit. So we're trying to mimic what the bite's been coming on, and only 2 of us right now has caught fish. Oh, we got another one.
That was the bluegill, the regular bluegill.
No.
Yep.
That's another hen.
No, that's a bluegill.
Is it?
Yeah.
With the yellow breast on it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There you go. Oh, I was catching him on that yesterday. And he's dead. Come here, homie.
Throw it right out under that tree. There you go.
I don't know what he is.
He stabbed me. He got me.
That's a redbreast. Little guy. Either way, I lost count on the fish, so chat, tell me how many we got. Somebody comment how many fish we've caught. And if they didn't hit the boat, they don't count, and that bass didn't count, so. Yep, it's that time, fellas. It's that time, fellas. There is a storm right here. I just heard some thunder, and it looks like it's right there on us, so I think we're gonna call it. And it's 8:20. Fish to this white pole down here. I hope y'all catch something.